Awesome. So hi everybody, welcome to our launch tonight. I'm super excited because we've got our beautiful Josie who's launching tonight. I know she's nervous as hell. So I really appreciate everybody that's on here jumping on and supporting her, and anybody that's going to be watching this in the future. Just thank you for taking the time out to support her on her journey, because it is quite a different one. And sometimes when we start out, all we need is some people to really just kind of let us know that we're doing okay, and that they understand that we're taking a kind of new venture into work and into making our lives a little bit different. So basically, I'm going to help host tonight. My name's Katrina. I've been doing this business now for about just over 18 months and absolutely loving it. I've got to meet some amazing people along the way, just like Josie and some of the ladies that you're going to hear sharing tonight. It's been absolutely crazy, life-changing for me, so I'm very passionate about it. You'll hear a little bit more about that later. But we're going to shoot on over to Jo right now, and she's going to tell us all about how we work as a team and we inspire healthy living around the world. That's basically what we want to do. We want to ensure that more people are feeling better, looking better, living a better life full of better quality, because at the moment, so many of us are just existing. We're just going through the motions. We're not really feeling well in ourselves, and we're not really going out of our way to make our lives exciting and phenomenal like they should be. So hopefully this is a little bit intriguing for you. Jo's going to talk firstly about our program and our product, and then we're going to go into how we actually utilize that to make money by working online. So over to you, Jo.
Thank you, Katrina. So, hi everybody. My name's Jo, for those I haven't met. I've been doing this online business for about a year and a half now. Came into it through a post on Facebook, and when I first heard about it, I was very intrigued but highly skeptical. About 5 years ago, I was actually diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 33. It was completely out of the blue. I didn't have any family history, and my breast cancer wasn't based on any hormones, but I did have an incredibly bad diet. I had a lot of toxins in my life, and so I became very interested in healthy living and looking after myself. I chose not to use chemo or radiation, and instead did a juice diet for 5 weeks and had my tumour shrink to half its size. So from that, I've been really, really interested in health. So when I got sent some information about these products, I was very intrigued. So I'm going to share with you, these are our amazing products. It's called Juice Plus, and it's fruits, vegetables and berries in a capsule. It's that simple, really. There's no added anything, completely vegan, and absolutely nothing except the fruits, veg and berries that are on the label. They actually even have a food label on them. There's no vitamins and things like that all broken down. It's not a synthetic chemical, similar like what you can get in the chemist. I don't know if you've ever taken a multivitamin or anything like that before. Quite often your pee turns bright yellow when you start to take something like that, because your body recognizes it as a chemical and actually flushes it out. The difference between these products is these are just fruit and veg. Now, most people these days are not getting their 5 serves of veggies and 2 of fruit every day. I think the statistics going around at the moment is less than 5% of Australian adults are actually doing that. And the World Health Organization is now telling us we actually need between 9 and 13 serves a day, purely to combat the chemicals and the toxins that are in our air, our water, that come out of the clothes we wear, that are just what we're surrounded by every day. And that's 9 to 13 serves of organic, pesticide-free fruit and veg. Nobody's doing that. So that's where these products come in. They just bridge the gap. So we've got 27 different fruits, veg and berries. Now, these are all vine ripened. So the fruit and veg is left on the tree to ripen. Then it is picked. Within 24 hours, it's trucked to the processing plant where it's washed, and the whole fruit and veg is actually crushed, very, very slowly freeze dried. That allows the water and the sugar to evaporate, and what's left is the powder with all of the nutrients in it. Now, when I heard about this, I was super skeptical. But then I found out there is 37 medical journals have done peer-reviewed studies on Juice Plus. This is the most researched nutritional support product in the world. So there is so much research that has gone into this, and it's proven that the powders that are in here are still alive. The enzymes are still intact, exactly as if you were eating the carrot, the cabbage, the kale, the broccoli, the beetroot, the tomato. All of that is in here. It's alive and it's bioavailable. So when you take these little capsules, your body recognizes it as food, sends out all of the nutrients and vitamins and minerals to go and start repairing your body from the inside out. And that is what the majority of people are lacking these days. It's what is leading to this incredible epidemics of cancer and diabetes and all the diseases that we're all suffering from these days. So that's our capsules. Now, the beautiful thing with our products is these are designed for adults, and then with every adult order we actually have a children's version that comes completely free. So they're exactly the same ingredients, except instead of being in a capsule form, the powders are mixed with tapioca starch and a little bit of pectin. They are popped into a little apple shape, just like that. They're amazing. I buy them for myself because they taste so good. The kids think they're lollies, but they're actually getting 17 different fruits and veggies every single day. Now, our company has been giving these away for over 10 years. So for children aged between 4 and 18, we've actually done the world's largest children's health study. What it's been shown is that children who are taking Juice Plus daily are on less medication. They have less days off school sick. They have better digestion. They sleep better. They drink more water. They're eating more fruits and veggies. And we have an entire list of other benefits that children are having just from adding in what they think are lollies. So that's absolutely amazing. So we've talked about our micronutrition with the capsules. But what we also have is our macronutrition. So we've got our complete powder. So this is an all vegan, completely made from veggies, protein powder. Now, very different to what you can buy over the counter at chemists and things like that. So what is in here is actually pea protein, rice protein, chickpea powder, radish sprouts, broccoli, pea protein, quinoa, millet, pumpkin, pomegranate, spirulina, yucca, mushroom, all those amazing veggies that we know we need, and it's just impossible to eat every single day. So the other wonderful thing that's in here is a natural mood enhancer called niacin. It's actually found in vegetables normally, and that's what chemists have taken and have popped into anti-anxiety and antidepressant medication. It's naturally found in veggies. So we have some amazing testimonials from people who've been taking our products for quite some time, and they've been able to either reduce or actually get off a lot of their medication. So we're absolutely super proud of our products and what they can do when you start flooding your body with the nutrition it needs. Now, our last product, because we only have the 4, is our all-new vegan Omega blend. So this is absolutely brand new to Australia. It hasn't even been here a month yet. We've been trialing it overseas, and it is amazing. So instead of taking the omegas from the fish, we're actually taking it direct from the plants, because the algae is actually where the fish get it from to start with. So rather than have any of the possibilities of the pollution and the mercury and everything else that the fish are dealing with these days, completely plant-based omegas. Now, omegas are essential to our cell membranes. So for all of the cells in your body, they're actually made up from omegas. And omegas isn't made in our body. We have to take it in. So the only way to do that is by eating, all of your fruit and veg that have got the high omegas, but these days you need a supplement. So omegas actually help reduce risk factors for heart disease, for high cholesterol, for high blood pressure, for plaque around your heart. They help with eye health, brain health. They're amazing for pregnant mums, growing little ones. And they actually help fight inflammation, which helps keep the disease away. So our Omega products are, flying off the shelves at the moment, and we've got some amazing stories coming out about those. In support with all of our products, we have our program. It's called the Juicy Body Transformation, and I was actually cooking out of it tonight, so I've got mine out here. It's absolutely fantastic. In here we have it's chockers full of family-friendly, husband-approved recipes. So our program is not about deprivation. We're just about whole foods. So swapping out some of those not so great ingredients for the whole food version. So we've got things like clean KFC chicken. We've got sweet potato brownies that don't have any white bleached flour or processed ingredients. They're made from sweet potatoes. We've got recipe guides. We've got gratitude journals, we've got exercise guides, we've got Thermomix versions, we've got Father's Day barbecue recipes. It's absolutely amazing, and everybody gets access to that for free for life, because we really are about making that sustainable change and helping people to never have to go through some of the nastier things that so many people are suffering with in life these days because of that lack of nutrition. So, yeah, that's just a little bit about our products and program. So thanks very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Jo. Thanks very much. We're going to shoot on over and hear from Tila about her journey on the products, because I love to hear a little bit more about what they're actually doing to people, because we can cite all of the wonderful research that we want and statistics and the facts, but until you start to hear the stories, it really doesn't matter. So Tila's going to share with what it's done for her.
Hi everybody. So I started on it about 6 months ago, and I was very, very tired when I started. I had a small child who wasn't sleeping, so I needed some extra energy, and yeah, this gave me a bit more than that, because I actually changed my whole eating habits without really even noticing. I craved healthier food, which was awesome, which was new for me, and I started giving it to my 3-year-old daughter. And I find apple cores around the house all the time, and banana skins, so it's really good and bad. And I just recently started, probably about 3 weeks ago, lacing my son's Weet-Bix in the morning with it. I haven't had any problems with him being sick or anything like that, whereas I was getting calls from daycare probably, maybe not once a week, but almost quite often. So it's helped all of us. We've all just got more energy. We haven't been sick. I didn't get any nasty colds like everyone else did. So that was really good. So I could have less time off work, because I was having so much time off with my son. And yeah, just overall, it's been great for us, the whole family. Healthier, happier, more energetic.
Awesome. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. I will pop you back up. If you could put yourself back on mute, just so we don't have any background noise. That's awesome. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Personally, for me, mine was all mental. So I came in, I'm still quite young, but I was working a lot. I was totally worked into the ground. I was working 2 jobs that weren't serving me. And I was struggling mentally for it. I had a lot of anxiety and depression. I was sleeping a lot. I was needing a lot of sleep. So I was really kind of looking for an alternative, for something to take to boost my lifestyle. This really made sense to me because I love anything natural. I understood that I probably wasn't getting in my diet what I should have been. And just like Jo mentioned, being totally natural, it made sense to me. So I had amazing results within literally like 3 to 4 days. Once it started getting into my system and started to rewire the way that my cells were working, they started to work a lot more optimal. I started to get so much more energy. Like, I was relying on Coke and caffeine and V's and all sorts of different stuff towards the end of the afternoon. This really just scratched all of that for me, and I was getting totally better sleeps, waking up fresh, and it just really kind of made sense to me. And then I started to think that I wanted to get it into my family, like, because a lot of us struggle from depression and mood disorders and things like that. I was really skeptical about the business because I loved the product. I knew that it worked, but getting on board a business like this, I had no idea what it was, but I just knew that I wanted to help other people feel better. So I talked to my girlfriend who I was ordering through, and she showed me a video similar to this that kind of went through exactly what we do and how we make money. Hands down, the best decision of my life. I went from working 2 jobs that I hated. Within 6 months, my little online business that I wasn't sure was ever going to take off was literally out earning me. And, you know, now 18 months later, I sit here with a nice 6-figure income, being able to help people create lives that they actually want whilst helping people feel better. So I want to explain a little bit about how we do that, because I know there's so many people out there that are in similar spots that aren't happy, that are, you know, looking for a way to kind of supplement their income or looking for a change. So I know Josie's one of them, and that's kind of why we connected, because she was really interested in, you know, getting a little bit of her time freedom back and having some time to actually spend doing the things that she wanted to. You know, she's nice and young too, and I think we don't want to waste our whole lives by the time we get to 50 or 60 and think, okay, sweet, we're ready to retire now. It doesn't make sense these days, and even now with the cost of living is really unrealistic. So basically, when I came in here, I was really concerned that it was, you know, like they say, pyramid scheme, or, you know, some kind of scam, because there are a lot of them out there, those get rich quick things. Pyramid schemes have been illegal since the 1970s. None of them are around anymore. Juice Plus has been around for over 40 years. It's always been a direct selling business, so we deal directly with the customers. And there is never anybody that sits above you. So just like all of us, Josie's come in here as her own business owner. She gets to have her own virtual office where she can place orders and move through the business and help other people feel better by being a wellness coach. So that's something that is really fun for her, because she gets to kind of learn the benefits as she's going through them herself, because I know she's on the program that Joe was talking about and already seeing amazing results, but I'll get her to share that later, which is really exciting. So yeah, basically, when it was explained to me like this, it really makes sense. Sorry, I got my big ass whiteboard, but I was in traditional business, right? So there was a CEO at the top here, and I was working my ass off every day. Like, I was showing up, I was working, I was there, I was putting in the effort. And, you know, there were like steps to get up here. But literally, I worked in one of these businesses for 7 years. So working late nights, working weekends, working public holidays, working all of that time where I would have rather been spending it on myself. There's absolutely no chance, coming from like a retail down the bottom here, working in customer service, that I was going to become the CEO of this business, no matter how hard I worked. It's just not viable. It wasn't possible. Whereas when I seen an opportunity like this, I got to see that everybody starts off in the same area. So everybody comes in and we start down the bottom here. So I like that. Nobody's coming in and getting put above somebody because they've got better skills. Everybody comes down here and we have to learn at the same time. Now, our CEO position is actually called NMD. And I really liked that there's absolutely no one at the top. It's unlimited. So there's not just one person sitting up here making all the money like there was up here. Okay, they're not telling anybody else what to do. Every single person has an unlimited opportunity to reach NMD. And I mean, it doesn't matter if you don't. Some people want to come into here for like an extra $500 a month. Some people are happy with $1,000. Some people want to go all the way up to the top and earn some crazy money, and that's okay, because you get rewarded for exactly what you want to put in, which was a lot different to here, because regardless of whether I worked hard or whether I worked half-assed, I was still getting an hourly figure, just like the people next to me. And something that would really annoy me is that I was a hard worker, and I could see that some people weren't working as hard as I was, but we were still leaving that week with the same paycheck. I like in here that I can be rewarded for the work I want to do. It just makes sense. But then the one thing that worried me was that I didn't know enough people. You know, and that's fair enough. We come into here and we think that we need to sell to our warm market, so the people that we know, and that's really unnecessary. I mean, it's great to be able to help your friends and your family feel better, and obviously, you know, we want to do that, because if we're seeing good results ourselves, it's really nice to pass it on. But in today's world, where we rely so heavily on social media, there's like 2 billion people on Facebook. We don't need to rely on just the people we know. We have a skill set here in our business that we teach people how to build relationships and meet people that actually want to change. So you don't need to rely on just the people that you already know first. So take, for instance, I have met all of these ladies. So every single person that I've met on here, I've met through the internet. No one was my friend first. I didn't have lasting relationships with them. We literally just built our friendships online, and now they're some of the best friends that I could actually have. But, you know, to kind of let you guys know, so when I started, this is me in here. Cool. I actually met Joe online. So Joe was one of my first teamies, and Desi was also one of my first teamies. And then I met another beautiful girl called Miranda. So Joe and I met online. We were both doing family daycare at the time, and we were discussing that I was closing up, and she wanted to know more about that because she was over daycare as well. She met an awesome lady named Denise. Denise introduced it to her husband, Greg, who introduced it to Gwenda. So literally before I knew it, the team was growing out. Desi introduced it to her friend Jody and also her friend Nick. Okay, Miranda introduced it to, I've got some beautiful ladies on here, to Shannon. She met her over online. Now she's actually in New Zealand, which is really cool. So instantly my business went global without me even knowing people. And then Shannon met Annie. They were friends for a long time. And then Annie introduced it to her friend Tanya. So literally from me, it starts to build out. And the cool thing is that literally this happens. So people just talk to other people who talk to other people. I meet other people like Josie and like Jess over there. And this literally happens. So from me having a conversation with 3 people, we now have a team of almost 300 in just over a year and a half. So you don't need to know thousands of people in order to be successful in this business. I actually think it's better if you don't, because you get the chance to meet cooler people along the way. Cool. So let's hear from Desi. Now Desi is one of my crazy friends that I've met online. She is crazy, so I'll just give you a little bit of a word of warning. But it's really cool because she's got a really cool story too, because she comes from traditional work. She's worked traditional work her whole life. This was something quite different for her to take up, but she's going to share the benefits of what she's found so far.
Hello, I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
I am level 44 and I have done traditional work, and it's made me realize that if you don't do what makes you happy, then you are actually crazy. So let's let it all hang out and be what you want to be. So I was a teacher and I was working 60 to 70 hours a week. That's nuts. Teaching 5-year-olds how to read, for goodness sake. And I had already decided that working full-time was no longer an option for me. It was eating my soul. And I'd stopped work. And then, of course, I was depressed because that was my life for 20 years. I was really, really busy doing that. And then all of a sudden I had nothing that was my own. My health was crap. It was just so bad. I was going to the gym. And I was so unfit and unhealthy that after the gym, I was going and having McDonald's after the gym. Anyway, Kat found me one day on a Facebook page, and she talked to me about the Juice Plus products, which I had already researched a fair bit, and I was like, yeah, that seems like a really good idea. And then she's like, hey, how about you join the business? And I'm like, yeah, you can't suck me in like that. And then she got me on a call, and then I joined up immediately because she made it look and sound so inviting. And she was just had such a genuine spirit around her. And I thought, I don't have any of those kind of people in my life at the moment. So even if the business side of it sucks, which it doesn't, but even if it does, I've made a friend, which is really a big part of this program, I've found. So my business is growing nice and slowly. I pay for holidays. I'm buying an air conditioner for my bedroom because we live in Far North Queensland and it's already like 400 degrees during the day, plus humidity. The frizz, see the frizz? Anyway, yeah, so I'm buying all little bits and pieces of extra stuff, but my husband and I are getting serious about him retiring now because he's really super old. He's nearly level 60. So we're looking at him retiring shortly. So I'm working a little bit harder and actually working my business the way you're supposed to work it. And I'm having a lot more success and I'm really loving it. It's really something that I've become interested in teaching people about how to have your own business from home, and it's not a scam and it's fun and you get to help people. It is a cult, but that's okay. Is that okay?
That's amazing. I love it.
Okay.
It's amazing. Thank you. No, and it's so true. I think that was one of the things that most attracted me. I guess I had really great friends. They still have really great friends, but I never had somebody that actually wanted to help me have a better life. I had friends that I could go and talk to, I could gossip to, I could, have those besties, but I didn't have somebody that was keeping me accountable for my goals and helping me want more in life and see more in life. And when I went to my first event with Juice Plus, it really blew me away, because I was like, holy shit, there's a whole group of, there's different people out there who actually want to have freedom. They want to have goals. And I started to realize that that was me too. And that was why I was feeling so depressed and so trapped, because I was stuck in a cycle that I wasn't enjoying. So basically, I love that, because my job now is to help inspire as many people as possible in order to retire from work, because I think there's so many people out there, like I said, stuck in something that they don't enjoy. So my goal is next year I turn 30, which is really exciting, but I want to retire 30 people from their traditional work before the year ends. So 30 and 30 is my goal. And so far I was counting, I think we're up to about 7 or 8 already, which is really cool. So if you think in that time, as a team, we've been able to collectively help people stop working and rely on the passive income that comes from their Juice Plus business in order to support them, which is really cool. Because if you imagine now, so that's what I do, this is my full-time job, I get to wake up and literally design my day. So I have 2 children. I get to take them to school and be that present mum that I want. I don't have to rush off and drop them at the door really quickly because I have to get to work to serve people or to meet people or appointments or anything like that. Then I come home, I might do a little bit of work, I might go to the gym, I might go to the beach, I might catch up with a girlfriend. I literally get to pick what I want to do every day. And then normally I do most of my work at night. So now when they go to sleep, which is really cool, I take back that life. I can travel as well, which I do. Of course, Jo is one of my retirees. She's amazing. She's in her caravan as we speak, because that was her goal. She wanted to give up work on the road, and be able to travel with her husband wherever she wanted to go. So how we do that, how we make money, right? In today's age, it's literally a word of mouth everything. So, we go see a movie, we put it on Facebook, we have a really good meal, we take a photo of it, we put it on Instagram, we hashtag the shit out of it. That's what happens. This is how people and businesses are booming, and we're seeing so much momentum, because we're taking the power back as people, and it's no longer about advertising and flashy marketing and things like that. It is about what people are experiencing and sharing their stories. So literally Juice Plus was decades above everything else, and they've been doing this for, like I said, almost 40 years. So in 40 years, they haven't spent any money on advertising, no money on marketing, no celebrity endorsing, no massive billboards, no TV shows or TV ads. They literally keep millions and millions of dollars from this awesome product being sold globally. They keep it in a fund, and they pay directly the customers like us who love it and share it and get other people involved in it. So they literally give that money direct to us rather than being sneaky and putting it in marketing and advertising. So what we basically do is we use the product, we talk about the product, and we share our results. It's that simple. There's nothing really hard about our business. It's just being consistent and being a product of the product, exactly like Josie is. So the cool thing about it is that we get paid 3 ways. We get paid a retail profit. So every single time we connect a customer to Juice Plus puts money in our bank account for doing it, which is really cool and really simple, because we're helping someone else feel better and we're getting rewarded as well. Then we get paid our commission. So this one it's what we call our passive income. This one comes in whether we work or not. So eventually, when we build a big enough business, we're still getting paid passively, which is really fun. There's not many industries out there that can give you a passive income. And then we get paid the bonus money, which is pretty much the now money. I'm going to explain that because it's really fun. Not many people these days actually pay bonuses, whereas in Juice Plus, you can make as many of them each month as you want. So when we reach DVF, it's our first main position. We get there in about 10 days, and you straight away receive $100 from the company, which is really cool. It's pretty much just them saying, well done, thank you for trusting. Here's $100 to help you start your business. Then we move on to SDVF, which is a $400 cash bonus. Now this again, say somewhere normally in the first 30 days. And it's a $400 every time you teach somebody to be an SDVF as well. So you get one and your teacher gets one for helping you and supporting you along the way. Then we have SC, which is $600, and $600 every time you teach somebody to do it. SSC, which is $1,200, and $1,200 every time you teach somebody. We move up to QNMD, which is $1,500, and $1,500 every time you teach someone. And then we've got our pinnacle position, which is NMD, and that's a $3,000 bonus. It does keep going on from there, but I won't worry too much about that now. So the bonuses don't actually stop. But at here, your teacher no longer needs one, because if you're at an NMD, say around what we call a 39 club level, you're normally making about $100 grand per year just from that residual, so from the passive income. So that's really cool. The best part about this is that you can collect as many of them as you want. So if you're really passionate and you really want to go out there and you know of people who want an opportunity like this to create money from home, you can tick off as many of these each month as you like and really start to build up an income there without even adding these two into the scenario. So it's definitely really cool. And like I said, it's not something that is going to take you, say, 5 or 10 years to create. This is something that I was able to reach NMD in 15 months. So, you know, that's totally up to you guys. It could take 3 years. It could take, you know, we're seeing people do it in under 12 months at the moment. But it's really just up to you guys. And that's what I love most about it. There's not going to be a time when somebody's breathing down your neck and saying, you know, you need to do this, you need to do this. It's literally just, how much do you want to make? Okay, cool, let's help you do it. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. I mean, I know just from my story, you know, how passionate I will always be about sharing this, because I think more people need to know that there's a different way out there. And with the way that society is moving, everything's becoming online. Everything is now online. So to be able to create income and get in while this is so fastly paced is really important. Everybody wants to feel better. So we've got our product, or everybody needs better wealth. And then we've got our online business to be able to create, you know, some extra couple of $100 to $10,000 a month, depending on what you're into. So I'm going to shoot on over and let Josie share her story about why this appealed to her in the first place, how she ended up here, and what she's excited to share about, so that we can hear from her beautiful self. I know she's nervous.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can, honey, I can. Share with us why you're here, honey. What got you here? What are you excited about for the future, and what have you noticed so far?
All right, so I'm only 22 years old. I entered independence really young. At around 14 years of age, I started working, and I had all responsibilities on myself. So with that, I also made a lot of bad choices. So I ended up in debt at a very young age, which is not a good idea at all. And I didn't know that at the time. I didn't really listen to anyone, and ended up in debt that was depressing, crippling, and I had no other choice but to work, and long hours. So I wasn't just working your normal 30, 40 hours a week. I was doing 50 to 70 hours a week in a factory environment, which was horrible. I didn't like it at all. So then I made a change to the job I'm in now, moved towns, got myself a new partner, which I'm extremely happy about. With my new job, I also have stepped up responsibilities in that role, and the workload there again is stressful. There was one day I couldn't even drag myself to work. I didn't feel good that day, so I took the day off. And that was a day I came across Katrina's video. She was just telling a little bit about herself, her story, the product, what you can gain from it. It was much like a launch video. And I was just interested. From then on, I hadn't met Katrina yet. But when I watched the video, I messaged her straight away, and I was like, why not? I may as well give it a go, because I want to have financial freedom. A little bit of extra money a month will help me a lot, and my partner as well. We want to travel together to everywhere, no limit, and we want to move to the beach. So there are a few of my goals. So I'm hoping Juice Plus will help me get there.
awesome, darling. That's super exciting. Now, what about the product? You've been on the product, what now, for just over a week? And
Yeah.
what have
Yeah.
you
So I started the product. Yep. Sorry. Yeah. So I started the product at the start of last week, and instantly I noticed a change in energy and my mood as well. I felt a lot happier. I was awake earlier, and I've actually lost weight. So I've noticed a big difference. I think I got a bit comfortable in my new relationship. So gym wasn't a priority anymore. Eating healthy, you sort of just want to spend time together. So eating healthy doesn't come first, well, didn't come first. But yeah, no, I've lost weight. I feel better, eating better, a lot more energy. Already it's been 1 week, so I know it's a good thing.
Oh, that's perfect. Wait till you get to like the 6-month mark or the 12-month mark. It
Yeah.
just needs to come. But that's exciting, honey. I'm really excited to have you on board, and I think you're going to do amazing things. You can just tell that you have the best energy, got such a clean energy, and I know that you're going to go out there and really try to help as many people as you can. So thank you for sharing. It's beautiful. I can totally resonate to the debt. Debt is never fun. But it feels really nice when you start to actually own your time again, and you can start to feel on top of things. It's so, I can't even explain it. It is so liberating not having to worry about finances. It's crazy. But yeah, so I love it. Thank you everybody for sharing tonight. I really appreciate it. And thank you for everybody for jumping on and supporting Josie. That's beautiful as well. I'm excited to hear more of your story, darling, and watch you move forward. If anybody's got any questions, please feel free to reach out and chat to me, chat to Josie. I'm more than happy to have that. I know I had 1,000 questions after I first watched my event, and I was still skeptical as hell. So we're all here to help. We're all here to answer those questions and to help you see just the amazing opportunity that this can be. Now, the biggest thing that I want to tell you guys is not everybody gets this. Some people are happy to just live their job and to do their thing and to stay in their comfort zone. And then there's people that are going to challenge that and want to get outside, want to make something different of themselves. And just bear in mind when you are talking to people that you're going to get feedback from different types of personalities. Our job is to find the people that want it and not convince the people that don't. Cool. And you might be sitting there and thinking, I'm one of those people. I don't want something like this. It doesn't really make sense to me. But the biggest thing that I ask of you guys is to keep Josie in mind. So when you're talking to somebody and they're talking about how crappy they're feeling, or, somebody who's going through a health issue, let them talk to her, or, pass on the details or something, because we are a word of mouth business. You might have a sister who doesn't want to go back from work after having a baby, or somebody who's struggling, who wants to travel and can't work out how to make it happen. These are the perfect types of opportunities that are really going to help Josie. So definitely keep her in mind if it's not for you in particular. But I really appreciate everyone's time. It was so beautiful to see all my familiar faces on tonight. I love hanging out with you guys on a Wednesday. And again, I really just appreciate everyone sharing their stories. So I hope you all have a lovely night, and we'll talk soon.